I also been GitHub maxing. I've been trying to fight like an Italian man who was really shitty down.
No, no, that's funny because that's so real.
It's because there's a project that I was trying to get to work that was a work in progress by one apparently Italian guy because all the text is in Italian and all the comments are as well. And yeah, and he wouldn't respond. I tried to message him, but GitHub removed private messages, so I've just been kind of like looking at this. That's for another secret project that will be revealed later. Dude, I have had to turn off all of my fans for the last like hour and a half so that we can actually talk. And I am sweltering because there is no AC in my apartment without those fans. We need to get this done soon.
That's okay. I have AC, but it gets, dude, electricity's so expensive, man.
All right, so just a little bit of backstory. We were originally scheduled to record this episode on the 26th of June, 2026, and it is not that date right now.
Yeah, this is take 7.
Yeah, well, I went out with some friends, got significantly drunker than I thought I would, came back home, watched Parkour Civilization at 2x speed, and then we both deemed that I was not in a suitable mental state to do this episode. Which is why the episode last week was a video that I made whilst drunk to sort of examine my feelings about Parkour Civilization.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I was on Parkour Civilization. Oh my god, on PvP Civilization. And my recommended was Tobuscus, I Can Swing My Sword. And I clicked on that video and I watched it and I was like, ooh, I'm going to put this on a green image of a gorilla. And then the next up video was I can Sling My Slur. And I was like, time to get off of YouTube. Go instead on cdc.gov.
How many views does that little video have at this point?
Gorilla.mp4, it had 4 last time I checked. Which is about what we average. But I think part of it might be I watch it, you watch it, and like a bot watches it.
Let's see. I don't even... Oh, there, 7 views.
For people wondering why it's a green gorilla,
it's really funny.
We were looking at the Grinch. And that's it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to go any further. I was hoping you weren't going to say anything else because I don't think you could sum it up any better. But in an effort to preserve your the dryness of your skin so you don't sweat through your chair and fall into
I already have, dude. My fucking shirt is dark. My shirt has gone from white to gray.
Oh god. Okay, PvP Civilization, the spiritual and canonical, I think, successor to Parkour Civilization. Ignoring that Parkour Civilization,
it's in the same. It's in the same cinematic universe, maybe kind of.
It's in the EVBO the EMU, the ECU,
the EMU, the Australian EMU War. Do you like my chocolate in my mouth?
I do. The MCU. But it's not Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's the EMCU because it's EVBO Minecraft Cinematic Universe, so it's still pronounced MCU.
Fuck off. God damn you.
God bless Christopher Columbus. So PvP Civilization. PvP Civilization. What'd you think? What'd you think? Let's start it off with something our viewers are familiar with. Everybody that's watching this video has watched every second of every other episode that we've posted. I would know if they weren't.
It's like a Santa Claus thing.
We know for a fact that they're familiar with Parkour Civilization. So tell me, Cube, in relation to Parkour Civilization, what did you think of PvP Civilization?
That's perfect timing because I just finished my big bite of Mr. Beast Feastables bar.
God, I need a fucking beer.
I gotta go back and get some more Malort. Yeah, so we briefly mentioned this. I did not like this as much as Parkour Civilization. I think that one of the big issues with that is that this is not a self-contained story. This needs a sequel. the first Parkour Civilization ended, it was all self-contained, and then there was a sequel. This one leaves on a cliffhanger. You need to watch the second part, and weirdly enough, I kind of felt like I wasted my time after watching it, knowing that there is a second part, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
because now
like
you
the
have to watch the second part.
yeah, now I have to watch the second part, and I'm like, well, I don't want to watch the second part, so I don't like. This is just stupid.
Hmm.
Because I just don't like having to do homework for my stuff, which is why.
Yeah, some could call it the singly contained media supremacy approach. Others may call it the whiny wham wham baby approach. I'm on neither side.
I don't know. This is something that's kind of. I think it was like competently executed. I did not like that there were more like wink, wink, nod, nod to the camera sometimes. If
Yeah,
that
I
makes
did. I
sense.
did feel like the obvious attempts to break the fourth wall
Yes,
were they did feel a little forced at moments.
it's no Rick and Morty. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I
I,
mean,
I
I didn't see a single Trader Joe's.
no bad bit. Bad. This bit does not have legs. Call this bit Oscar Pistorius the way it has no legs.
That's awful.
I did try and discuss with some friends of mine recently what's like the opposite of Oscar Pistorius. And I think we just like what is the platonic ideal of like a guy who has legs and did not kill his wife. Um,
Uh, Usain Bolt.
that's what we were thinking. Um, but we weren't sure if he should still be an Olympian or not. Like if opposite should be not an Olympian, like just an average guy, or opposite should be like different archetype, but like still excelling in that. I don't know.
Hmm.
Um,
My
Jesus
dad.
Christ, PvP. What? I
Well, I
think
mean, he's not an Olympian, and he has both of his legs, and he hasn't killed his wife.
isn't your mom an Olympian?
No. Wow.
That bit did not
It'd be
go over
cool
as
if my
well
mom was an Olympian.
as I thought it would. Okay, Jesus Christ, PvP Civilization.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I think the obvious fourth wall breaks were not very good. I'm gonna go through. I was like writing down notes, which I don't normally write notes to this degree, but I was breaking through at the time that I was watching this, so I think it's. I'm glad I have these because I don't
Yes.
remember watching it. Um,
Breaking Through, as in the hit song "Break On Through" by
this
the
is a bad.
Doors.
Doors are great. People are strange. Who gives a shit? I don't fucking.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just gonna. Okay. Let me just read through some of the things I've written down here. Is this the Sword Art Online I've heard so much about? There's romance in this series now, explaining the jokes more, Quirk Chungus core. Yeah, video journal. Do you want to talk about the video journal?
So okay. Parkour Civilization was entirely like a first-person point of view, a monologue essentially, right? The entire story was told from the first person. Occasionally there were cuts to the perspective of other characters, but it was still like those other characters did not take a first-person point of view. It was like a third-person point of view, describing the actions of those characters and listening to their dialogue. Whereas the main character Evbo in Parkour Civilization took almost an entirely like self-narrative first person kind of style to the text. And PvP Civilization is it, if anything, not different in that sense, but it almost takes a like a weird kind of second slash first person view, because the entire thing is in theory you're listening to Evbo's self-recorded video, like video logs. And so I opened up this video and I'm listening to this fucking little twinky little boy who can't even swing a little sword because he's such a fucking school bus full of white kids.
Are you talking about
Um,
me or FBO?
Both. And so and then he turns over to this like lectern with a dispenser on top and starts talking into
Yeah,
it like
that's
he's
what a
like
camera looks like in the Minecraft universe.
and he starts talking into it and I'm like, okay, and it becomes a bit because we find out that he paid
It's a
money
good bit.
for
The
the.
bit has
It
legs.
is
The
a
bit
good
is
bit.
Usain
That bit
Bolt.
does have well, yeah, it has as many legs as a lectern with a dispenser on top can
Which
have.
is to say five.
Yeah, and to be fair, it was pretty funny because I was a little like I chuckled when I found out that he had like spent his literal life force on getting this video log machine when he had first came into the world. It's as if a baby was born and said, "Fuck it, we ball," and opened a margin trading account,
That's a rad
um,
ass baby.
which is a pretty cool baby.
Isn't that the plot of
But
Boss Baby?
Yeah, but the difference is he uses Fidelity instead of Robin Hood, so he actually makes money.
You know, Alec Baldwin was in Boss Baby, and he was also in March. No, that was Kevin Spacey.
Isn't it the guy that shot somebody on set? Mhm. I love actors. They can never do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And so he spends most of the whole movie, this 2 hour and 45-minute long movie, by the way. It is
49.
not 49 minutes, almost 3 full, longer than Project Hail Mary, which I've watched twice in the last 4 days because I liked it so much.
Almost twice as
Um,
long as The Man Who Killed Hitler and then The Bigfoot.
Thank fuck, because that movie did not need to be any longer than it was.
I'm releasing the director's cut.
No. And I think I literally texted you, like, while I was watching it. I was like, "I swear to God, if the video log has significance later, I'm gonna throw a fit." And we'll get to the resolution of that thought later in the episode.
Have you ever heard of a
But boy,
brick
will you
joke?
find out.
A
What
guy
about it?
a guy tosses a brick in the air, right?
Yeah?
Nothing happens. We do some other
Right.
bits. Like 10 minutes later, the brick falls and hits someone in the head. That's a brick joke.
Yes,
This
that's
was a
brick joke.
brick joke that was literally 2 weeks in the making because you sent me the phrase, and then earlier today you just sent me motherfucker. That's a great bit.
I do love a good brick joke. Have you heard of the bricklayers accident report?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna take a brief pause.
Intermission.
Jesus. That's hilarious that that didn't happen to me.
So that's the ultimate brick joke.
Jesus. 1958 from this one that I found.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a bunch of different variations. 240 pounds. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Song by Noel Murphy, contributed by Colin Whitelaw.
I don't care if it's real.
Dear no, I mean, yeah, we were just talking. The point of telling a story on the internet is not to have it be true. It's about to have it. It's about. Fuck.
funny.
Dude, I'm hot. I'm overheating. The Feastables is getting to me right now. I'm having strange bowel problems. We have a time limit on this episode.
Okay, so now that we've engaged, now that you've been educated as to the origins of what a brick joke was, you can, we can. Fuck, what were we even talking about? PvP civilization. So similar to parkour civilization,
We were talking
PvP
about the video
civilization.
log, yeah.
Yeah, we brought it up. The brick has been tossed and it will come down later. PvP civilization, similar to parkour civilization, consists of multiple levels, and our heroine, our little man, our tiny little boy,
Hero. Heroine
our
is a woman.
our fucking dude,
Well, I know he's a twink, but I'm not cool with that.
our little bottom, started as he does at the not necessarily the lowest this time, but the bottom of the social structure of PvP civilization.
Yeah, PvP
And
Civilization has a much different caste system to that of Parkour Civilization.
yes, you gone gone are the simple days and the simplicity of parkour noobs, pros, and masters. It is no longer you are good at something or you are a shit at something. It is there's depth to it now. There's complexity. There's shit that I actually had to pay attention to while watching this video, and that pissed me off a little bit.
Can I? All right, yeah, I'm gonna put this out there. All right, the
Yeah, go for
original Parkour Civilization we likened to a dystopian teen YA novel, right? In how its
Correct.
caste system was set up.
Yes.
You know what this system reminds me of? I think this
What?
is one of those lit RPGs that people keep telling me about.
Lit RPGs.
Yeah, like you know what this is. Don't fucking lie.
Oh, sure. Okay, yes, I know what these are. It's like Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yes, yeah. I have never read any of these books, but I
Neither have
assume
I.
I assume it's like what's going on here. Great, wonderful. Um, I also do really like how he just keeps falling for. I mean, he's much more of an idiot in this one. Like, he was kind of a
Yeah.
fool with a heart of gold in the previous one. This one, he's just fucking stupid.
Now
And
he
he's
is just a
blessed by the
moron.
fact that he can respawn. Do you want
Uh-huh.
to describe the cast system? We should do that.
So basically, PvP's. Actually, there is one thing I want to bring up before we do, and it's that one of the big kind of plot points in this is that Evbo has the ability to respawn. He's got a fucking
Yes.
armor stand in his bedroom, and if he jerks on it 3 times, he comes back when he dies. And I think maybe there is something in the sequel that we don't know about that Evbo isn't actually special because there is a little bit of a plot point later that Evbo is not the only one that can use this armor stand to respawn. But that is one of the bigger noticeable differences between Parkour Civilization and PvP Civilization. Like in Parkour Civilization, I don't think Evbo was like necessarily
No,
had any
he
distinct
wasn't
inherent
special. He was
advantages.
just a guy who happened to win. Like, there
Yes.
was nothing inherently... He was not the chosen one in any capacity.
Yeah, he was just really good at
Yeah.
backwards 360s.
Yeah, which is why we likened it to, like the proletariat, the common man rising up, versus
Uh-huh.
this one is much more akin to, like, capitalist pig dog propaganda.
Yeah, your typical special boy does special thing and saves the unspecials.
Yeah, we're Harry Potter maxing right now.
No. The caste system in
Yes.
PvP Civilization is
Yes.
somewhat akin to the Hive in Kenshi.
Yes! Yes! So true, brother. And Kenshi is not an allegory for any real-world place. We have determined this. Oh my god.
It's definitely not. Yes, Evbo is the bug master, and
I think Evbo's a
everybody else
hive
is
prince
just a
owing to how effeminate and twinkish he is.
real, and it's just everybody else is just a little bug man. But basically, there's exactly what you would expect in a similar vein to when you level up and when you rank up in Parkour Civilization. You go from a leather boot to an iron boot when you're a pro, and a golden boot when you are a Parkour master.
And the master
and
wears
then
the champion wears diamond boots.
champion wears diamond, and Parkour god wears netherite boots.
Yes.
We see that same kind of progression here in the sense that you start as a wooden sword and you make your way to stone and then iron and then gold and then eventually diamond, right? Diamond is the goal for everybody. The kicker here is that durability comes into play, right? When you use your sword, durability is decreased. And if you ever drop your sword or your sword ever breaks, you fucking die.
I think this is an interesting change to the dynamic going on here. Because in Parkour Civilization, the durability of the boots was never really anything that... the limiting factor was hunger, because that determined whether or not you could sprint. The durability of the boots was, like, never really brought up. And here, the durability is also the currency. So in parkour, the currency was just parkour, which is, like, abstractly tied to, okay, you lose some hunger when you sprint and whatever, but there was no, like, direct, you pay for things by shortening your life. Here, much like working in the modern day, you pay for luxuries by shortening your life. And that has a really interesting knock-on effect where he's going and he's just like buying stuff like armor, but he ends up using up more of his durability, so he can maybe survive more, but he also has fewer chances to try and kill someone.
Yeah, the entire like economic system of PvP Civilization is much more kind of ruthless, hostile, and modern day capitalist in the sense that it is impossible to be fully self-sufficient because you cannot regain your sword's durability in any way other than taking somebody else.
Yes, when you kill a person and they drop their sword, you pick up their sword and their durability is added to yours. Can I ask you a question, young man? So
Sure.
they're talking about... so I'm going to spoil some of the lore. People in PvP Civilization are not restricted to swords necessarily. Our main character is in like the sword complex, but you can have a sword. You can have a sword, an axe, a trident, like a bow, different weapons. People like the swords because they have the opportunity to upgrade them to netherite swords, which makes them effectively immortal because they don't use durability. Is this a thing in actual Minecraft? I have not played Minecraft since 1.7.10. I do not know if this is an actual thing that exists.
Netherite swords do not have unlimited durability. They
Okay.
just have more than diamond.
Okay, that's what I assumed. And can't other things, like, can't axes at least be upgraded in netherite?
Every tool can be upgraded to netherite.
Okay. Even, like, bows and stuff?
Not bows.
Yeah,
but
because
like,
they're not a tool. Not tridents.
yeah,
Okay.
anything made of metal.
Yeah, like the classic Minecraft tools before they added all the woke shit in there.
Yeah, so because I mean, I know like it was interesting. It was interesting that that's kind of the position that they went with because in like vanilla Minecraft we see the all of the swords have the vanilla durability. The wooden sword has around like 63. The stone has like 150 something. The iron
Yeah.
sword has 250, and it's a very linear progression from wood to iron. But then the unique thing and they very
Yeah.
much used this as a storytelling element is that gold, while being the mineral succession above iron, has significantly less durability than an iron sword because, like gold in real life, it is soft and cannot hold an edge. Um, my initial expectation was that they were going to do with gold swords what they did with iron. In a kind of like nobody fights because you
Yeah.
made it here.
There's
And they're
there's
all
no
super rich
purpose
and
to it,
stuff,
yeah.
right? Um, but in a diamond, there is a significant jump from iron to diamond. I believe a diamond sword is about 1500 durability, which is
Yeah.
almost like 5 times.
Diamond swords are
Um,
effectively immortal.
yeah, right. And then a netherite sword is about 2000, which is definitely an increase from diamond,
That's
but
not nearly
not
as much as I thought it would be.
not at the same scale as like a difference between iron and diamond.
Seeing as how they're going much more, like they mention actual game mechanics much more, they talk about the name tag above head, stuff like that. Like, I feel like if they actually brought in enchanting in any meaningful capacity, the series could go in some really interesting directions. I don't know if they do that next time, but like, because Trident has stuff like it can summon the lightning, right? Like, I've seen that happen. And
Yeah,
bows
if
have
you
infinity. So there's,
we
and like mending is a thing. So like that could be a
Mhm.
really interesting extra layer to this power system.
And we do know potions exist in this universe because we
Yes.
see them get used, but we haven't heard anything about nor seen enchantment.
What the fuck are we even talking about? I did write never trust women. Like one of my first things I wrote down in these notes was never trust women, and I
Yeah,
was
big
so
spoiler for
right.
the end, but
Yeah.
basically Evgo gets
Evbo gets
fuck.
Evgo in the go of the Ev. Yeah.
Yeah, Evbo goes all over this fucking girl that he finds. He basically pulls an internet man and sees woman that doesn't immediately ignore him and then decides
She's a
he's going to
gamer
marry
girl,
her.
so of course he's obsessed.
Hmm.
Okay, so Gonk, right? Gonk. Gonk the Gonk the Stone Man who just appears for like 30 seconds.
Oh my god, I
Is
forgot
he
about
like
him. I'm so bummed he didn't get more screen time.
is he like referenced somewhere else? It was presented in a way that felt like he was a cameo we were supposed to laugh at, but I don't know the reference. So I'm wondering, does he
I
appear
don't
somewhere
think
else?
so.
Okay, there's just a guy named Gonk made of stone.
Yeah, I think that's the whole like length of the bit,
Yeah.
which
Um
is kind of disappointing.
I am interested. So does jumping up to get a critical hit, is that a real thing?
Oh, that is a real thing. If you hit something like while you're falling, you'll crit and do 1.5 times damage.
What was the combat update 1.9? I think I remember I played like 1.8 and they changed some stuff and they changed a bunch of stuff in 1.9. I like stopped
Yeah, it
playing
was
right
it
around
was
then.
1.9 is when they took out like the spam clicking is when they added hit timing.
Yeah. Yeah, 1.7.10 PvP Civilization would go crazy.
That would go
Oh
crazy.
yeah. All right, all right. I got two banger lines in my notes right next to each other. All right, all right.
Mhm.
Listen to me. Nobody fighting at Iron Sword level is like the middle class.
Real.
And then I just said farming for his sword is like Omalos maxing.
Omalos maxing?
The ones
Hang
who
on, I
walk
know.
away from
I know
Omalos.
that.
Have you?
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, it literally is. You're right. No, you're so right that the fucking iron swords are the middle class. Bread and circuses, dude. Bread and circuses.
Yeah, that's I think I don't remember the context, but right underneath this it said, quote, purely for entertainment, if you know you know. What was that
Hmm.
what was that referencing?
I was trying to figure that out myself earlier when I was reading back through that, and I don't know.
Yeah, you are reading the fucking scrolls that I sent you.
Yeah.
What? Omalos village in Crete, Greece. Oh my god, did you walk away from Omalos? 1559, 19 hours and 31 minutes from where you are. Wow. We just docked Cylinder, by the way. If you see him, he loves hugs, so just go up to him and hug him if you find him
Yes,
in
you
real life.
know that I live a 19-hour and 31-minute flight away from Omalos in Crete, Greece.
Yes.
Figure it out.
Um, we're not even like when I had the idea for this, right? I thought that we'd have like a mix of memes and discussion, and like we would have bits riffing off of the thing that we watched, but it would be a mix between like earnest discussion and this. But like this fucking sucks, man. Um, Purple guy was in Parkour Civilization. Yeah, the purple guy with the crown, wasn't he a guy in Parkour Civilization?
Was he the Diamond Sword?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, man. It's been like 6 real life years since I watched Parkour Civilization.
Did you not watch it again for the one that we did?
No.
You are in
Well, because
violation. You are in violation of the Neo-Isomorphist Charter.
when I suggested it, I had just watched it.
We
Oh,
watched
God,
we watched it earlier this. What the fuck are you talking about? It hasn't been 6 years since this April.
I know. I was lying about that.
You're just lying. Yeah, you're just. There's actual animation at the end. That's
yes,
cool.
that was crazy.
That was
actually
insane. I did
bonkers.
not expect that. That was wild.
Like, I thought they were just being cute with a little like eye
Yeah.
movement in the bed and stuff, and then dude, it panned out to the yellow guy jumping on top of him, and then there was like just dude cinema.
Yeah. There's like insane, like the four swordsmen who have to remain until another four swordsmen can take their place. Feels like a fucking like JRPG setup. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like the
Yeah.
insane mythology at the end of this and like the lore drop in like the inner sanctum of the Diamond Swords feels like this feels like if you just animated this into like pixel art slowly fading across the screen with like text rolling up. This would be like a 90s JRPG intro for like the PC 98.
Very much so.
I really don't have very much to say. This was kind of like okay. It wasn't as crazy as it was a little more poorly executed than Parkour Civilization, I think, with the bits and the jokes. The joke about Evbo thinking the woman is his girlfriend got old really quickly.
It did.
I'm not really interested in learning more about this world in particular. There aren't as many like crazy moments that broke me. Like when we talked about Parkour Civilization, let's go. I can get parkour delivered. Now that I'm a parkour pro, I can get parkour delivered to my house. That line changed who I was as a human being. And I think the closest comparable line to that in this one is he speaks PvP. It's hard to understand.
Yeah.
But I don't think
that's what did it for me.
I don't think it's
It
as
does-
good though. That did not hit me in the
No,
same
it does
way.
definitely doesn't live up to the same kind of thing, especially because that character had relevance later. It really ruined it.
Yeah,
Or was it
relevance.
just let's go? I can revel. Fuck off
Are you fucking Revelations maxing right now?
every day.
Oh my god. Do you think that
Every
Do you
day.
think that Jesus Christ was a natural born sword because he was a netherite? Do you think Jesus Christ was a netherite sword and that's how he was able to come back?
I
Or do you have like just a totem of undying?
yeah. Well,
All right, hold on a second. Let's just
I could make this bit better, but I don't know if I want to.
just do it. Fucking do it, man. We
Well,
need
yeah, I mean
all
that's
the-
what he was doing. He was he was a carpenter. He built the first
Oh, so he's a wooden
woodland
sword.
mansion.
This is not a
And
this bit is not nearly as funny as I thought it would be.
no, and then evokers started spawning, and he like compelled them with his power.
Let's construct a different bit. So we have wooden and stone swords, right, in Minecraft.
Yeah.
But the corresponding like armor type is leather, because most of the metals have both armor and tools and swords. But
Yes.
the first tier is there's two of them the first tiers do not match in Minecraft. It's leather versus wooden and stone. If you had to
Well,
add, if you,
actually, hang on, because I think the
well,
deal
there's
was that
chain, I guess,
you
but
can't get armor at the wooden sword level.
no. I'm just saying in general in the video game Minecraft, and I guess there
Oh, sure.
technically is chain, but
I
that's
think
only
chain is
like.
what most people equate to the stone
But
armor tier.
it's weird because you have to drop. They have to get that dropped,
Yeah, you
and I
can't
don't know.
actually collect it. And I guess there's copper now, but that kind of ruins the whole thing, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
copper was like a thing that was in a mod that I played a long time ago, and I saw it was a real thing, and I was like, wow, I feel old. But
Mhm.
so I guess my question is, this is the bit that we're constructing, right? Um, normally we have swords, axes, and then bows and tridents, which don't really have the same progression system.
Mhm.
And I can't remember if that's all of them. Um,
Shields.
Shields. Okay, that seems all right. Sure. Um, but not only two of those have like the same progression system. You get a choice. Either you can add a progression system to the non like swords and axes ones, or you can just add a new weapon. Which one do you do, and which one like what do you add? And explain your
Weapon.
reasoning.
Fishing pole.
Okay. Okay, I kind of see it. Don't people do that in PvP? They like pull people
Yes.
towards them. Okay, I kind of, you know what? I kind of dig it. Can I raise you one?
Yeah.
Shovel and fishing pole, and you do like a spleef thing where you pull them, and then you do like the fucking get over here, pull them forward, and then you dig out the ground from under their feet, and then they fall, and they do like a Acme Wile E. Coyote sound.
I like that. I like that.
And you can use the shovel as a weapon, but only in a last resort.
Hmm.
Like it's a sort of combo because shield doesn't really make sense because you would use that in conjunction with something else. That's a
Yeah,
weird.
but we have seen them like hitting people, like
I mean, you
the guards do
can, but
punch people.
I've seen
I
enough.
think I don't know. I think I like the idea of the shovel only being used to break blocks because that's its own. That's a power in and of itself. I will say, speaking of like the other civilizations, when he first reached the diamond level and it showed like that map of the four,
Yeah,
I got a little excited because my initial thought
you
was,
got
oh my
chills.
gosh,
You got
I
chills.
bet one of those is PvP civilization, another's parkour civilization, and then there's the other two we haven't seen yet. I was thinking, what could the other two civilizations be? Maybe there's like a builder civilization and a redstone civilization, shit like that. But no, it's just different. It's just different weapon.
I do like the idea that there are like multiple. There is a multiverse, right? In this setup, there is an
Yeah,
MCU
because there
multiverse.
is a PvP civilization versus parkour civilization.
I do like the idea that there's a multiverse, but there's not an infinite number of them. There's just two.
Hmm.
I'm a big fan of that.
I do like the idea of like a parkour civilization dude fighting a PvP civilization dude, where the PvP guy just runs up with like a sword and tries to hit him, and the parkour guy like does a triple backflip onto a brewing stand and blinds him.
Yeah, one day Huntington disease too. Yeah,
Well, yeah, 2-day blinding stew.
tweaking right now. Yeah, I
Hmm.
do think that I look. Here's the thing. I'm not going to watch this of my own volition. If you want to use your recommendations on this channel to make us watch it, then I will watch it. But I'm at a point where Parkour Civilization unexpectedly was really entertaining for I feel like the wrong reasons.
Hmm.
I did not get very much entertainment out of this one. I was watching it to watch it. If I watched it when I wasn't, like 5 ciders deep, maybe it would be a little bit different. But at 2 times speed. But at this point, I'm just not super interested to see where this goes, and I kind of just feel like I wasted my time. I think there were some
Hmm.
good moments, but if they're going to stick with Evbo being a horny little gooner boy, what's the thing that you just call everyone shitty little gooner babies?
Yeah,
Yeah, if he's gonna stay
every
like
time I
that,
meet somebody new.
yeah, if he's gonna stay like that, I'm not really interested to see where this goes. I'm
Eh,
trying desperately to construct additional bits or things that we can say to make this episode
mhm.
entertaining.
Well,
But
and I guess to like in an attempt to ease your suffering a little bit, just
yeah,
to kind of let you know, because I don't know about you, but if I am like afraid that suffering is going to be incurred on me, I'd like to know for sure whether it is or it isn't, so I can mentally prepare for it. And I'd like to let you know that at strategically timed comedic moments at the end of specific episodes, depending on the review that is chosen for that episode, we will be finishing this entire cinematic universe.
It's a brick joke. It's in the
It's a
air.
brick
We're gonna
joke.
wait for it to come down.
Yeah, it could be next week's recommendation. It could be 6 months from now. But just know, before we end this podcast or before one of us dies, we will watch and review the entire MCU.
No. Oh. Okay. Which MCU?
The Evbo Minecraft Cinematic Universe.
Okay. All right. For a second there, I got worried. The Neo-Isomorphist charter does say that it has to be a maximum of 3 hours long, but if we agree, then we can push that.
I don't think any of them are more than 3 hours, are they?
Parkour Civilization was like 4 hours, wasn't it?
I think it was like just over 3, wasn't it? Hang on, let me double. Parkour Civilization full movie was 2 hours. PvP is 250. PvP 2 is just 2 hours. Parkour 2 is just 2 hours.
They are all under 3 hours. That is something that you can... The rules that we have set up are one of us, we can force the other person to watch anything under 3 hours just unilaterally, as long as they watch it as well.
Oh,
if
yeah,
we want to go above 3 hours, we have to both agree to watch something more than 3 hours.
Yes.
But you can just make me watch anything that's under 3 hours, and I have no choice. Yeah, so great. I feel unsafe in my own home, which I think was the intention. Do we want to rank this?
What did we give Parkour Civilization?
All right, here we go. Episode 20, Movie Web, Parkour Civilization. 4 on the Neo-Isomorphist scale, -1 on the relatability scale, 3 overall. I feel like, okay, let's talk about how, so for context, our rating system is, we rate this on 2 axes. We give it a score of 1 to 4 for how Neo-Isomorphist it is. We give it a score of -1 to -4 for how relatable it is, and then we add them together. I'm gonna be so unbelievably for real for you, dude. I'm thinking a 2 for Neo-Isomorphist, if that.
I think I would be in agreement with that. I think
I'm not sure if it deserves a
Civilization-
1. Like, what did we give a 1 on the? I'm not sure.
I think we gave Bigfoot a 1 and a 1, and that made it perfect.
Yes, okay. I don't think this was as bad as The Man Who Killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot.
No, it wasn't.
I think there is a lick of Neo-Isomorphism in this one. I was going to say it's not relatable because he has a girlfriend, but then I remembered he doesn't have a girlfriend. He just thinks he does, and
that is pretty Neo-Isomorphic and pretty relatable.
Believing that he has a virtual GF, and that is really relatable. Honestly, we gave the first one 4 and -1. Do we give this one a 1 and a -4?
I don't know. I feel like that's dangerous because that would imply they're like mirrors of each other.
Well, in that case, there's a symmetry between the two, which is a form of, a mapping. A mapping that preserves the...
This is dangerous territory that we're entering.
We could do like a 2 and a -2.
I feel like I don't think I'm willing to go to give this a 1 on the Neo-Isomorphic scale. I think it is definitely Neo-Isomorphic in the similar ways that that Parkour Civilization was, but it was definitely more of like a shitter baby zoomer tumor fucking thing. Yeah, so I think I'm happy with a 2. I think we should give this a 2 for Neo-Isomorphic. And then I think it is a solid 4 for relatability.
I could live with a -3. I feel like we're going to be hard pressed to find a movie that is 100% relatable.
Yeah, we really are.
So I'm good with a 2 and a -3 for a final score of -1, which is actually better than the original one, because the original one got a 3.
Of course it is. This is a flawless ranking system.
So for next week, this is my recommendation. So I did write this in the charter. Do you accept playing a video game?
Sure.
Then next week we are going to be talking about Ys Book 1 and 2 for the PC Engine.
What?
We're going to be talking about famous JRPG series Ys by Nihon Falcom.
What?
You thought we were going to be talking about fucking movies. You thought we were going to be going back and doing stuff that people actually want to see.
What?
No.
How do you even spell that?
YS.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
First release for the NEC PC-88 in 1987. We are specifically going to be doing the version that has both the first and the second games on one cartridge for the PC, on one disc for the PC Engine.
Is it Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles?
No, it's Ys Book 1 and 2.
Ys Book 1 and 2. Is this on something?
This is on... I will send you the ROM.
Okay.
You're only required to do Ys Book 1.
God damn it.
Have you ever
Do I
played...
have to emulate this?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I will show you how.
Okay.
Have you ever played The Legend of Zelda?
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
The original Legend of Zelda.
I'm going to record myself playing this and
Yes.
send it to you so you can edit that in as clips during the podcast episode if we deem it necessary.
I have already played this a lot. I will probably go through and do it again. I will also send you, if I can find it, because I'm banned from game FAQs, there is a guide for this, I know. I'm not sure if it still exists. No, I will send it to you just in case you need it. Because this is the kind of game like the original Zelda where if you know what you need to do, it's very quick. If you don't, it can take a very long time.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so this is released in 1989 for the TurboGrafx CD, otherwise known as the TurboGrafx 16 or the PC Engine. Released by Hudson Soft, developed by Nihon Falcom. Yeah, it's a good game. We're playing this. This is very relevant to what we've been doing.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm in for a real treat.
Do you have anything else to add?
Nah, not after that. Not this week.
All right, well, drive safe.
Prep for this.
Don't eat your vegetables, I guess. We're not checking your plate this time.